All right. Our awesome little Hope School store here. Filled with awesome merchandise, guys. Great prices. A lot of good stuff for everybody. Definitely would recommend checking this out before heading to the tunnel so you can kind of get a little history and see all the cool stuff that they have here to offer. That is really cool right there. Oh, we definitely got to sign the board.
I did. I put boards up there.
Nice. Let's kind of show. I love these cups. Cups are sweet.
Hey there, I'm Sharon, and I'm the person who takes care of Hope Schoolhouse. And what our mission here is with the Moonville Rail Trail Association and the Athens County Visitor Center Board is to promote Benton County and encourage people to come and visit this beautiful rural area in the state of Ohio. It's a very quaint place. We promote Airbnbs in our area. And we really enjoy folks coming from all over the country to visit us. And what we try to do is give you a little bit of history and our historic Moonville Tunnel, which is has spirit and has been greatly documented. And we are increasing our activity of visitors at this time because we have been able to acquire 7 new bridges on our trail, and that has helped increase our visitor capacity a great deal. So we have a lot of good plans in the future. If you're in southeastern Ohio, come to Benton County and visit us. We're here every weekend, and we'd love to see you. So come and hang out with us. It's a really cool place to come to. Thanks a lot.
I know, Savannah. I'm sorry.
Bro, that was direct. I wish I could have got that.
Yeah, that red was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Savannah.
Are there a lot of spirits in this tunnel, Savannah?
Right. Maybe you can bring them out tonight for us.
No.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes?
Good stuff.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Savannah.
She likes that one. The
Yeah.
beaks.
She loves Eat it. I'm sure she would love to meet Savannah.
Eat it.
Oh,
Look.
yeah.
Oh, there, it's going on.
I can tell there.
Alright, so we're gonna let
Oh
Edith
my
use
gosh.
this
Shot.
meter to communicate.
I swear.
Cool.
I can say thank you.
Look, Savannah, you got a little buddy. Now you're not alone.
Wow, look at her. Already.
Heck yeah.
Can you
She's
guys
already
both
messing
make
with
your
that.
meters go off?
She's already messing with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going off so bad.
Would you like to communicate with us using this meter, Edith?
Savannah, this is Edith.
Thank you, Edith.
There you go. Oh, there we go. Thank you, thank you. Cool stuff.
Can you both make your meters go red? And let us know that you're here? Thank you, Edith. How about you, Savannah? Can you go all the way red?
Oh, she likes that yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. That's crazy that it dies.
Thank you, girls.
It's pretty awesome.
Heck yeah. Savannah got a little
Okay.
friends here.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if we can kind of shift down this way, kind of bring it in the middle. Need Purgatory Stories team with me.
I need your present. Alright, so you're gonna do your intro that goes off to me and rotate down the line.
That was my stomach.
We don't have to fight you, right? Slide, we'll go around that side and I'll do it, I'll slide. Yep. My hands are sweaty.
I was totally going to bring one of those.
Great minds think alike.
All right, guys, if we can kind of slide down this way.
Yeah, it's hard to see something.
It is hard to see over there.
You want to get that huge light.
I'm doing drawings throughout the event.
Okay.
Put their name on one of these post-its, fold it, put the sticky parts, fold it in, drop it in there.
You want to do that first? Get everybody going on
Yeah,
this?
go ahead and get everybody's name.
All right.
You don't care.
All right, guys. So Ohio Prism is also doing some giveaways tonight. We need everybody to come sign these pink papers and put them in the boo bag. And that will get you in another drawing for tonight. If you want to go ahead and do that, that'd be great. So we can get that over. We're just trying to get all the small stuff out. So when we start, we can just
Go ahead.
do selling.
Hey, welcome to Moonville. Would you like to give a shout out? No?
Yeah, Groveport, Ohio. Cheryl, Chloe.
Any shout outs?
I want to shout out to my paranormal group, Paranormal Activity Technicians, out of Fostoria.
Shout
My
out?
name is Sajira. Shout out to my mama. I love you.
Shout outs? No? Any shout outs, guys? Any of us? No? What's up, guys? Welcome to Moonville. Any shout outs?
Shout out to the railroad engineers.
I like it. What's up, guys? Any shout outs? No? Hey, what's up, guys? Any shout outs tonight? No?
Yeah, Savannah scared me. I don't like the whole golf thing, but I'm okay with it. I
Well,
don't get
at least
bad
you don't live
vibes.
with her.
Well, true.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Any shout outs?
Purgatory Stories and ooh, that light is bright.
Sorry.
Boy. It's not that. I'm used to that. But when she brought her up to the van, it's not welcome.
Crazy.
Alrighty, everybody's got their names in and their tickets.
Hey, guys. What's up? Any shout outs?
Friday on Twitch.
I like it. What's up, guys? Any shout outs?
Yeah, Paranormal Activity Technicians.
Shout out. Tell her something. Taylor, say something.
Don't be scared.
You can say anything you want. Say, I love my mom. That'd be great.
What you gonna be trying?
Maybe she'll do it later. I'll be looking for it.
Alrighty,
Any
shout
outs?
out.
Tyler, any shout outs, guys?
What's up? Purgatory Stories here, guys.
I don't really know what to do with my hands. Hey, everybody, it's Purgatory Stories. Thank you for joining us.
Chad just got it in. He just scared the crap out of
Oh,
me.
camera on camera action. Look at that. That's some dirty shit. That's some awfully dirty stuff.
All right.
I want the hands part out of
Alright, guys. We are going to go ahead and start. First off, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. It means a lot. We definitely appreciate you guys taking your time and joining us here for this special event. We have 3 teams here. We have Purgatory Stories. My team, the Explorers of the Unexplained. And the Ohio Prism. All right, is there any other investigators here with us tonight? Oh, there we go. How you doing? What's your team name?
Paranormal Activity Technicians, we're out of Fostoria.
Awesome.
Thank you for being here.
Glad to have you guys here. Thank you. All right, we ready for tonight, guys?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we got some drawings we're going to be doing. We're going to be giving away a lot of things. So that's exciting, right?
Yeah. I like what you're doing.
All right. Right. Free stuff's hard to come by.
Free stuff.
It is.
All right, guys. Those who do not know me, my name is Tyler Snyder, lead investigator of the Explorers of the Unexplained. Got with me.
Hi guys, I'm co-lead investigator Cody Snyder of the Explorers of the Unexplained.
And I'm not related to them.
I'll slide down.
Do some introductions, guys.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick from Purgatory Stories. That's a very
we're excited to have everybody here. This is a great turnout. I know Tyler, are we all walking the path? Who's all walking the path?
Everybody!
We're all in this together, guys.
So it's going to be really awesome. The tunnel is very active. The path is super active. So I'm hoping that when we start walking down the path, we'll catch amazing disembodied voices. I know there's a lot of people here. It's probably going to be hard, but we're definitely going through the footage. We're going to try to pull out any and everything that we can pick up. Hopefully that it's not something crazy. Oh, dang! I'm sorry. I'm hearing myself in my earpiece, and I sound loud. But yeah, I do want to thank you guys for coming here. Here's Chris.
Hi everybody, my name is Christy. I am the researcher and co-investigator for Purgatory Stories. We also have Kelly and Vicky and Criddle that are down there manning the stations, and we got our cameraman, technician, mad scientist that is responsible for everything that you see on our Purgatory channel, and that's Chad right here. Like Nick said, we are so excited to be here with everyone. This is our first public event, so I'm going to give it back to Tyler and we'll get things rolling.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys. Awesome. And thank you all for joining once again. It definitely means a lot. Investigators, thank you guys for being a big part of this.
Absolutely.
Ohio Prism, let's go ahead and introduce them.
Hello, I'm Vanita Shope. I'm the founder and lead investigator for Ohio Prism Paranormal Research. I'm so happy to see everybody out at the tunnel tonight. We had some people come out last week thinking the event was going to happen last week that we normally have, and it didn't happen. So I hope people that missed that got to come tonight. And thank you so much for getting this together tonight.
Absolutely.
So that we can make up for it. But COVID just didn't allow for last week's event. It was just not feasible to be able to transport everybody up here and keep everything germ-free. But this tunnel never ceases to amaze, so you guys, it's going to be a great night. I know it is.
Hi, my name is Julie Vance. I am one of the investigators with Vanita, which I have done since we were
Little living in haunted houses.
and we were neighbors as growing up, so we pretty well know what houses to
We're
go.
sisters from other misters.
And I am one of the event organizers. So we are glad to be here and hope everybody enjoys every step of the way.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, guys. So we are super excited about this. How many has seen a ghost or had a paranormal activity, something they can't really debunk or explain?
Chad, we're going to need lights.
All right.
Every investigator here.
Right. It definitely means a lot that you guys are with us tonight, and hopefully the spirits of Moonville Tunnel will join us tonight and give us some of their activity. We'll be doing a session a little later on. Vanetta's going to lead us with some history and hot spots on the tunnel. We have Savannah, the haunted doll, down there, if you guys are interested in her. Also Edith. We have 2 haunted dolls. So hopefully they can bring out some spiritual energy too. That would be awesome. But let's go ahead and start with the history of Moonville Tunnel. And let's welcome Vanetta.
Woo! Thanks, everybody. And yes, I'm going to read some of the dates. I just don't trust myself. Let me get my light over here. Let me get my eyes on. I can't see anything without my glasses.
Vanetta, can I throw you in there?
Yeah, Tyler, how did you
Yeah, I
get
was,
to her?
yeah, I was like, okay.
Here you go.
I got this. Okay. The tunnel was built in 1856, and it was for the Marietta and Cincinnati railroads. And Samuel Coe was the guy that put it all into motion and let them build the tunnel through here. And I don't have a mic up here either, so. But once the tunnel was built, it was just a booming railroad industry here, everything going through here. the town of Moonville, everybody that I've ever ran into up here is always looking for it out there, including me when I first came here. It's not out there. The town of Moonville was down there when you come across the bridge. It was over where it's a wooded area now, up the creek. Most of the town was there. So instead of going all the way around the roads to get to the town, people would cut through this tunnel to get down to get back to town. And if they were in this tunnel, I know the tunnel looks really wide, but when the trains came through, there was no room for anybody to get out of the way. So that's why you hear about a lot of the deaths in Moonville Tunnel. I am not going to give you guys a bunch of names. I'm not going to sit and like give you things that might feed you, because if anybody's sensitive like me, they don't want to know. You want to see what you get. I do have the information right here. It'll be available all night. If you want to come up here and read the names, I've got the names of the people buried in the cemetery. It tells you about the founders and anything you want to know. And I'll help you out if you need me to help you out with that. But I don't want to mess up anybody that does. I'm one of those people that doesn't like to know. So I don't want to mess anybody up. Got a little game going tonight. We've done this tunnel several times. These spirits here know me. Like, I'm their best friend. I walk in, they all greet me. There's 6 glowing bags starting down there, from down there, all the way down to the bridge. The one hanging in the tree on the bridge, don't climb in the trees or anything. I just want you to go on the path there. That's where the activity occurs. But these are spots where we didn't just have activity, we have activity in these spots every time we come here. So that's why I've got those marked. Inside the bags, there is an ink pen and some cards. I want you, when you go to that area, if you experience something, write it down on the card and drop it back in the bag. We want to see how many people here tonight have experiences that are close to what we've experienced here. So this should be kind of a fun little experiment. And then at the end of the night, I'll let you guys know what has happened to us. But these down here on this end, you want to use all your senses. Like, it's things that you might get pictures, you might hear something, see something, smell something. The same thing for the first bag down here. If you go down here on this end, this little hot spot down here, you don't want to stand there and ask them a bunch of questions. Just stand there quietly. You know, stand out in front of that bag, stand there really quiet and see what happens. They just like to mess with you down there. And then the one on the outside, pictures, take a lot of pictures there in that area, because, and if you want to move the bag to take your pictures, that's okay too. The ones down by the bridge, listen really well, and just kind of use your sense of smell. And I am going to talk about this one, because I think almost everybody here has heard the story of the lavender lady. Okay, I don't think when you go down there, this is my opinion only, I don't think you're smelling the lady. One of the women who was struck down there, and there were 3 different women struck down there by trains. One of the women that was struck by a train was struck by a funeral train. Back in the day, what did they use to mask the smell of a dead body when they were transporting it? Lavender. So I think we're smelling the funeral train coming through instead of a lady. In here, there are several different energies that you run into. You will run into some, I call them stray energies, because people do come up here and do things at night that nobody knows they're doing in the tunnel. So we have experienced an angry energy every once in a while. I don't think it's connected to the tunnel. I think it's something somebody's let in. You can bring your own in too. So you may even have your own spirit following you around. I didn't put a bag in the middle of the tunnel because people have to walk in the middle of the tunnel. But the middle of the tunnel, about 5 foot in, take a lot of pictures, do a lot of video there. We had a really, really crazy experience there. I'll tell everybody about that at the end of the month. Do you want everybody to sign this release? The release? Do you want everybody to sign that? Do you want to take it around? Do you want to do it around? We do have a release of liability that we want to get everybody to sign just because this is an open event. And everybody's here on their own accord. We don't want anybody here thinking that, you know, we're liable for anyone's property, or if you go down there and jump off of that bridge, we're liable for that because that's
A lot of people, guys. We're just making sure everybody's covered and safe.
This is the release, I can read that, and then there's spots here to sign. Everything's up to you if I get it. Tyler's got that, and we'll get everybody to sign that before we start venturing out. There is also has anybody here been to Moonville Cemetery?
Yes.
Okay, if you have not been to Moonville Cemetery, it is down here. When you get down here where everybody's parked, instead of turning right and going toward the bridge, you turn left, and then you'll see a little road to your right. You go up to the top of that hill, and the cemetery sits up there. And I'm going to tell you guys about a few experiences we had up there. I'm not big on apps for the phone, but I had downloaded this app on my phone, and we went up there to the cemetery, and I was like, I'm going to try this app out. So I turned it on, and I was eating a Hershey bar in the middle of the cemetery. And I said, is there anybody here with me? And the app said, Charlie. And I said, well, hi, Charlie. What do you want? Is there anything that I can do for you? And he said, chocolate, candy. I said, okay, Charlie, I will leave some Hershey bars on the post out here for you. Don't follow me home. They'll be right here. Yeah.
Those are for you.
Yeah. And also, our first experience that we had down there that was really cool, we have another member here. She's camera shy, so she's hiding somewhere, Edith. Well, I knew her as Sherry when I met her. She's part of the rail trail. She's the person that gets us in here and helps us to be able to do all this. It was her mom. If anybody went down to the school, her mom was the one that was running the shop down there. Well, I met her, and I knew her as Sherry. I didn't have her on my Facebook yet. And we met up here, and we went up to the cemetery, and we had someone talking to us on I think I had the S-Box up. And I said, is there somebody here that you know or you're trying to get a message to? And it said, Edith. And I said, we don't have anybody here named Edith. And she's like, Sherry says, yeah, that's my real name. So, yeah, it wanted to talk to her. So there's several intelligent energies around here. There's been 3 different brakemen that were killed close to the tunnel. One had his leg decapitated. He died from that. There was one that was smashed between 2 cars, and both legs and one arm was decapitated. There's some news articles up here. If you choose to look at the stuff, you can see the newspaper articles. The guy that his leg was decapitated, his death was due to too much consumption of alcohol. So you'll see some really weird things in the news articles that they wrote back then. But one of the brakemen, it did happen right down here at the end of the tunnel. There was also a fella there was a brothel above the tunnel back in the day. And there was a fella that came down to relieve himself one night during a poker game. And he was on the tracks doing what he was doing and got hit by a train. So that happened right down there, and we have gotten pictures that kind of lead us to believe that that's probably him hanging out. There was also a town bully that they think is one of the ghosts of Moonville. He was found on the train tracks, so they kind of said he died by getting hit by a train, but there's folklore is that they thought that some people got out one night and beat him to death, put him on the train tracks to make it look like it was a train accident. Nobody really knows that for sure, but that's part of the folklore. There was an engineer who was ran over. It was not in the tunnel, it was outside the tunnel. I have asked on EVP one night and clearly got engineer. Wow. So he does venture into here because he came in here and talked to me. And then the train wreck, if you guys, anybody has heard about it, where the engineer was killed, is about halfway between where you hit the end of this tunnel and get down to the next trestle is where that happened. There are 26 documented that I've found news articles on deaths that have happened really close to this tunnel, close enough that they could be haunting this area. And those are only the ones that were documented. And, you know, we don't know how many people came through this tunnel and met their demise. And, yeah, there was a man who wrote a note, left his house, and went down there on that trestle and committed suicide by train. He was an older man. He was sick. I believe he had cancer, knew he was dying, and chose death by train. Does anybody have any questions for any of us?
What is the most active thing you've caught here?
I'll tell you the story. This shouldn't mess with anybody's intuitiveness or anything, other than you're going to know the spot. The spot I told you about up here in the middle of the tunnel. We were here one night. We did an all-nighter. I got permits through Zaleski and from the rail trail, and we got in here all legal and everything, and we set up down there, and we had our cameras set up, had a generator going. I looked down and saw this big white ball in the middle of the screen. So I looked at my husband and I said, watch that screen, I'm gonna try something. So I walked down there to where I felt like I was face to face with that white ball, and I said, if you are a spirit and you're in here and you want to communicate with us, move to my right. It went to my right. I said, can you move to my left? It went to my left. I said, can you come back to the middle of the tunnel? It came back to the middle of the tunnel. We played this game for over 3 minutes. Doing every time I would ask it to move, it would go exactly where I tell it to. And then at the very end, on the video, you can see a full body apparition go in front of the camera and just shoot into the side of the tunnel over there. So that was the most intellectual experience we've had here. I had a couple others that were pretty good. I'm not gonna tell you about those yet because they're at the hot spots. I want to see if you guys get that too. Anybody got any questions for Tyler or I'm sorry, I don't know your all's names, but any of these guys? Do you have any questions about the town, the people, the ghosts? Anybody holding a lantern? Do what? We did the very first time we came here, and it was crazy. We came to find the tunnel. There was no bridge. We didn't know you could come across the rocks down there the creek and get over here. So we hiked this trail and came all the way up here. And we were in the tunnel, and we saw what looked like a really bright flashlight. And it was, I will say it was swaying like a lantern. And it went back and forth down there. We thought somebody was gonna kick us out. So we went down by the creek and realized there was nobody over there. There was nobody that had pulled in the parking place. We didn't hear, you can hear a car when it pulls in when you're in here, naturally quiet. We didn't hear any vehicles. We didn't see anybody down there. And it happened again as we were getting ready to leave. We saw the light again as we were getting ready to leave. We even walked down the creek and didn't see that we could walk across the rocks and ended up stretching that tunnel or that road all the way back out of here. Don't try that. It's really bad. There's one part where you have to like stand against the bank. You see the creek down below you. Yeah, it's a little treacherous. So it'll get you here, but it's not real safe. So I wouldn't advise for anybody to take that trail.
Absolutely.
Any more questions? The locks on the fence? Okay, that's I asked that question the first time we came here, and there's one there too. People come here and pledge their love to each other, their commitment, and they lock the lock together and throw the key in the water, so they'll be together forever. So there's probably people that come back with, come back. Can they come back with bolt cutters? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. There's probably people that come back with bolt cutters. Yeah, that would be cool to keep track and like see how many disappear. Any more questions?
More questions?
If we were looking for a name, what would we be looking for? there's any kind of names to catch tonight. Any
Charlie.
specific ones?
Charlie, that's a good one.
Ed talks to me sometimes here. You might get a voice that says, "My girl." I've gotten that more than once. Those are the only ones that we've gotten, I think, like repetitively. I do have a list up here. There's some names that other people have gotten here at the tunnel. If you want to look at those, I don't want to spoil it for the intuitives. I don't want to feed people. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know who that is. You know who that is, don't you?
Yeah, we got his name a couple times.
No, you do know where he died, right? Wasn't in the tunnel. He's the one that is about halfway between here and the next trestle.
Oh wow, okay.
And I will say, when you get to that area, and I did not know until after I'd done research. I had a few experiences down there before I realized that was where it happened. You'll get some really odd feelings down there, and whispers, and it's cold in that area. You'll know when you're walking through that area. If he's there, you'll know.
Yeah, me and my team, we were down here probably, maybe what, Cody, 2 years ago or so?
About so.
But me and Cody, we came down here all by ourselves, probably like 12, 1 o'clock or so, and we wanted to check out the tunnel. So we did, and we didn't even make it a little past the bridge up there. And Cody stops and he looks at me and says, "Whoa, did you hear that?" And I said, "What are you talking about? I didn't hear anything." Next thing you know, you hear, "Hey!" Clear as day. Nobody was out here. It was completely dead. No pun intended.
Right.
But it was definitely a silent night, and we caught some really cool stuff that night. Me and Cody, we literally sat right in the middle of the tunnel, and we gave it at least a 2-hour investigation. And in that 2 hours, we caught some really good stuff. We caught a train. A lot of the word trains were coming through. We got Charles' name. We got Frank's name. These are people that passed away in these incidents and stuff, and we actually caught their names, and it was just a really good moment that night. That was one of our best nights in Moonville. We caught a lot of credible things that night. You want to check that video out on the Explorers of the Unexplained, and hopefully tonight we can add to that video and get a little more.
I can tell you guys this, and it won't be a spoiler too, because we don't have any light bulbs back there tonight. But our first Midnight at Moonville event, we had Edison lights on both sides of the tunnel, and we were powering them with a generator. Well, the generator kept kicking off. So we unplugged the lights on that side. They've been unplugged a good 2 hours, maybe longer. They were not hot. The cords weren't out where anybody could bump into them or anything. We're sitting there, and these two girls go by where you see the bags, the flashing bag down there where the plaque is on the side of the tunnel. 3 of those light bulbs just boom, 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 glass everywhere. For like no reason. Just blew out. So, and that is probably, I would say that's the most active area inside this tunnel, is down there by that plaque. As far as feeling, seeing, hearing, smelling, everything, all your senses. A few things, I don't even remember if Connor said this, but if you're taking pictures, make sure nobody's smoking or vaping, because then you're going to get pictures with all this stuff and you're going to think you got a ghost.
Right.
That is one big thing when we're on investigations. I smoke personally, and my camera operator, case manager. But that's one of the biggest things, guys. I always tell them they're smoking when we're doing a session, because a lot of people can, you can catch that smoke in your lens and you can claim it's something, but it's not. It's smoke, and it's really confusing and it just messes up all evidence. So we recommend if you are going to smoke, maybe try the ends of the tunnel so it can go out and not in the tunnel. Plus, not everybody smokes, so we want to be respectful for that.
Absolutely.
And if someone is doing an EVP session and you have to say something, don't whisper. Just use your regular voice. Because if you whisper, somebody's gonna get home and they're gonna say, I got an EVP, and this guy was talking about the girl standing over there.
That's very true.
Yeah, those recorders pick up really easy. You don't have to be very loud. I was doing a private investigation one time, had my earphones in, I was listening to the EVP session. I picked up a drug deal out on the street. I heard everything. I was like, oh, there's a drug deal going on out in front of your house here. But yeah, if you need to talk, just use your normal voice to talk if there's an EVP session going on. And nobody, well, we don't have a signal here, so we really don't have to worry about it. But anytime you're using meters and you have your phone, if you get a text, your meter's probably gonna go off. Your phone will trigger that, so just be mindful of that. Sometimes even the battery in the equipment will set them off. I'm gonna give the mic back to Tyler and let him do whatever else he wants to do, and then we'll play the song when you're ready.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Vanetta. Thank you for the history. Let's give her a round of applause, guys.
Thank you.
All right. So this is our first public event, guys. So bear with us. Not the best public speaker, not the best organizer or planner. I could not have done it without Vanetta here. She helped me in so many ways. So definitely a big shout out to you. Thank you, Vanetta.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The teams that came, thank you guys. Definitely means a lot and appreciate that. My fiance Jamie back there, love you, babe. Thank you for everything you're doing.
You're working hard.
Definitely working hard. I haven't seen you at all.
Did you drive her up here? I said, did you drive her up here?
Yeah.
I'll see you up there.
The thing here.
But yeah, big shout out to Vanetta, guys. She's helped me very, very much in this, and I couldn't thank her enough. We're gonna actually change it up, and we're gonna start our drawing from Purgatory Stories, Ohio Prism, The Explorers. We're gonna do our drawing for the box down there now, and we're gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. And then we're gonna start a session. When we do the sessions, we need everyone as quiet as we possibly can be. We're going to start at one end of the tunnel and kind of work down together. And we're going to try Spirit Box, K2, and other devices and see what happens. And then we'll try to go from there. Sound good? All right, so we're going to head on back down there and we're going to do the drawing for the first prize box.